A very warm, a very poetic welcome to the Global Arena here in Fukuoka, Japan. It is the 17th of July, 4 o'clock in the afternoon local time, and the world, in all its sprawling footballing curiosity, shrinks to the dimension of this magnificent patch of grass. We are live on the Reliance Foundation Development League Japan Tour, and this is football at its absolute best. Football at its absolute finest is a journey. It is a migration of dreams, and today we bear witness to a fascinating collision of footballing cultures. From the sun-kissed rhythmic shores of Goa, where football is the dance of the soul, to the hyper-disciplined, relentlessly organized heartlands of Kyushu, where the game is played with the precision of a master watchmaker. It is the Indian side FC Goa taking on the Japanese side Avispa Fukuoka, and we can't wait to begin. Well, the kickoff was scheduled to be at 4 p.m., but due to some weather conditions, we had to delay. And now it's the new update that we will begin at 4:30. That is the Japan Standard Time for all the viewers from India tuning in. That's gonna be 1 p.m. Just minutes away now from kickoff. On the commentary panel, my name is Kumar Satyam. Once again, the voice behind the Reliance Foundation Development League, FC Goa. With that defeat in the opening encounter against Sagan Tosu, who are playing currently in Saga Field against Bengaluru, are trailing 2-0. That's the last update that we got. FC Goa today once again in the orange jerseys with blue shorts. They would definitely look to extract some vindication, some revenge, and get back on winning tracks. And remember, this is not merely a friendly excursion. This is crucible. It is a classroom without walls where young men are tested, where raw potential is forged into professional steel under the watchful, demanding gaze of the rising sun. Look at them, look at those boys. The young wasps of Avispa Fukuoka, dressed in white today, representing a club whose senior side so famously tasted the sweetest nectar of historic glory in the 2023 J League Cup. This academy is renowned across Kyushu for its technical quality, its fierce and high intensity pressing, and its stubborn, disciplined defensive structure. As both the teams now onto the pitch, FC Goa in their orange stripes, Avispa Fukuoka in all whites. 3 days ago, that defensive breachness was shaken. A ruthless 5-goal storm from Punjab FC tore through the defenses of Avispa Fukuoka. A 5-0 defeat is not just a loss for a prestigious J League academy, it is an existential sting. It is a bruise on their pride. And today they return to the turf with a point to prove. They seek not just victory but vindication. Under the Fukuoka sky, they must prove that the Wasp still has a sting, that their structure remains unbroken, and that their proud pathway to professional football is as robust as ever. There's the captain for FC Goa today. Wellington Fernandez was not in the lineups in the previous game, and the head coach, Israel Gurung, has brought him on. And that's good to see Wellington coming in. One more change is Mervyn Fernandez, who's coming to the starting lineup for the injured Fred and Mendes. So Fred and Mendes and Bryson Pereira, both of them being stretched out. And there you go. Welcome to Japan. That's the message. And some team pictures with the FC Goa lineup together. And that message. And such a good thing to watch the Reliance Foundation Development League now once again in the foreign tour. This time around to Japan. We were in England a few summers back, and now in Japan as Wellington Fernandez. He would look to impress each and everyone today. He's a strong player, and he has to get back into a strong rhythm. The other hand, the captain for Avispa Fukuoka, jersey number 6, Matsura Takumu. He's going to be crucial. It's important to see how these two teams behave under the global arena circumstances, both coming on the back of a defeat. The referees for today's game, that's Tomokazu Okusu, alongside the two assistants running on the flag, Kiyomi Mitsuru and Yudai Kawarabayashi. And the fourth umpire, the fourth referee, that's Mitsuru Shimada. FC Goa versus Avispa Fukuoka is just minutes away. Here's a look at the lineup for FC Goa under the head coach Israel Gurung. They've got with Lionel Remy in the back once again. 4 defenders, Consuma Singh, Wesley DSA, Citroy Carvalho, and Asher Rodriguez. Midfielders, 4 of them, Sheikh Mohammad Ismail, Malsa, Wellington Fernandez, and Mervyn Fernandez. alongside the two forwards, Sean Francis Fernandez and Kavya Katkar. Plenty of substitutions on the bench. So FC Goa, with those two changes, Wellington coming in the midfield alongside Mervyn Fernandez, Bryson Pereira, and Fred and Mendes. They both are injured and they both are out of the starting lineup as well. For Avispa Fukuoka, a strong lineup with the goalkeeper Matsumoto Sakuya in between the sticks. The four defenders Masuda Kaieto, Ota Shunto, Ushijima Koki, and Misaka Haruto. Four midfielders Matsura Takumu, the captain, Nagatomi Hayato, Shingawa Ibuki, and Takenobu Izi. The two forwards Kitazono Taikai and Wada Shunsuke. Strong lineup, and interestingly, both of these teams and both of these managers have gone with a 4-4-2 formation. That means only one thing, probably same identity, but different results. We're just seconds away now from kickoff as the Japanese referee will look into his watch. Each and everyone coming in, tuning in live on the YouTube channel. Here we go. Two teams, both wounded, both desperately seeking the sweet taste of redemption in the land of the rising sun. Will the gods of Goa find their rhythm, break through the Japanese blockade and secure a landmark victory on foreign soil? Or will the wasp of Fukuoka rebuild their fortress and sting their visitors with clinical, homegrown precision? We are just into the game now with the first few touches from the team in white. Avispa Fukuoka. I mean, one thing against Punjab when they were facing the Indian side is they were so easy to breach. Against Goa, they would like to break first. And the shot is on target. Lionel Dalarimi gets his glove warm. That could be an important battle. Remy is the excellent goalkeeper in between the sticks for FC Goa. We saw that in the Reliance Foundation Developmental League, how Lionel Dalarimi was vital to FC Goa and was vital to their run into the grand finale. Just narrowly losing out to Bengaluru in the grand finale. But the opening few seconds, and not been that careful. Oh, Wellington Fernandez with a cheeky back flick to his goalkeeper. And that's what Wellington can bring in onto the pitch. And now Goa, this is a good ball threaded in. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail is running. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail on the right. Puts the ball inside the box, cleared away. But that's the danger with Sheikh Mohammad Ismail. He's a willing runner. It feels like Asher Franz Rodriguez is going to play as a fullback, or he can also start as a right winger, and Sheikh Mohammad Ismail can sit as a fullback. A left foot delivery from Konsumakat Singh, cleared away. Good start from FC Goa. We talked about it. They needed this. They need to be on top of their game today. Also, I mean, you're coming from India, right? You're representing the Indian side, and you don't want to be losing 2 games in a row. Same for Avispa Fukuoka. It's a proud club. Their parent side, their senior side, playing the J1 League. That's the top tier of Japanese club football. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail is looking really confident early on. This could be an offside. Yes, the assistant on this near side already has flag raised. Game resumes quickly. It's going to be really interesting to watch how Avispa Fukuoka now play their football after losing 5-0 to Japan. They conceded the first goal very early on, and that was courtesy of a defensive error in the 3rd minute itself. It was Nakasaka Oji who was trying to find a ball to Otsuka Kyoto, but intercepted by Kosam Santoising, the Punjab midfielder, and then Omang Dodum feeding it to Shingmayum Shami, who scored the opening goal. Avispa Fukuoka were trailing right from the 3rd minute. Conceded 3 goals in the first half and 2 in the second. Punjab winning 5-0. That was a bitter defeat. Something that they would want to forget and move on. For FC Goa, in the previous game against Sagan Tosu, were not able to control the possession. They were also behind in the opening 6 minutes of the game. But then, defensively, they were top-notch, not letting Sagan Tosu score any more goals. In the end, losing the game just by a narrow margin. That's about the teams coming on the back of a loss today. Plenty to prove. Good football from Goa, spreading the pitch. You will expect them to keep on doing the same. They need to use the length of the pitch. That's where players like Asher Franz Rodriguez and Konsamakat Singh will come into picture, the fullbacks. And I think it's going to be the job of Wellington Fernandez to find those runs, those diagonal balls. That's going to be crucial. Here's Wellington. The idea was exactly the same. Wellington looking for Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, but overhits his pass. Good ball inside the box. These are some opening minutes wherein both the teams have to be cautious. Wellington now finds a decent pass. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, who's seen plenty of the ball in the early minutes of the game. FC Goa building. Wellington included in the middle of the park by the head coach Israel Gurung, was sitting on the bench in the previous game, but came on from the substitution bench and did really had a few telling touches. And you can see how he dictates the game, Wellington. Caught on the ball is Konsumakat Singh, but Wellington rescues. Too slow. Konsumakat Singh has to be quick. It feels like Konsumakat Singh is playing in that centre-back role alongside Citroy Carvalho. He is. And so Sheikh Mohammed Ismail is holding the weight on this right-hand side, and Asher Rodriguez is supporting him. Wesley Desai is playing as a fullback on the left. A bit of chopping and changing in that formation and how those personnels are registered by the head coach Israel Gurung. He's definitely a coach who knows his craft. 6 minutes on the board. Just comfortably now sitting down in the game. Oh, stolen from behind. FC Goa. They were close. That's good. We saw that in the previous game against Sagan Tosu as well. I mean, as much as the Indian fans would have wanted Goa to score a goal, their defensive resolution was tight. And once again, operating in a 4-4-2 formation with Sean Francis Fernandez and Kavya Katkar playing up front as the two strikers. And what we saw in the previous game at the Saga field was the way they were intercepting the balls from behind. And so that's one area wherein Israel Gurung and his boys are really well versed. Defensively, they are solid, they are compact, and once again, they have to show that compactness. Here come the Japanese side. Not too much precision in those passing movement, but giving it straight back. That's not good football from Goa. Ball inside the box. How vital was that interception? That is the only question right now. Masudo Kaito in that defensive role today, the centre-back, the number 4 for Avispa Fukuoka. Masuda Kaito is a good player. I mean, those two centre-backs, Ushijima Koki alongside Masudo Kaito would be crucial. There's the long switch, intercepted. Goa's turn to maybe press on the gas. Long ball forward is delicious. Good defending though. And now Asher Franz Rodriguez tries to combine for the 1-2. Poor passing from him. Asher Franz Rodriguez has to get his game to a level where his passes are sticking in, because you saw that from Punjab, right? When they were facing Avispa Fukuoka, their passing was top-notch, quick. Now once again, Asher Franz Rodriguez this time around finds a good pass to Sean Francis Fernandez. He has to go back. Consuma Singh with that lovely drifting ball, switching flanks. That has to increase. We talked about it, right? Those switches, they have to come in. Wellington, I would like to see Malsa, the number 10, MSA, increase his stature as the game grows in, as the minute ticks in. He's a very handy player, but did not see much in the previous game. And once again, the outlet is Asher Franz Rodriguez, who's holding the weight on the right-hand side. Does really well, Asher Franz Rodriguez. Now can he keep the ball? Goes down in front of the assistant referee. The ball is still alive. And now Goa will get a throw in. Interestingly, the ball was still alive. And right underneath the nose of the assistant referee, who was on the near side. I did not see any foul on Asher Franz Rodriguez. Was a very handy player. Got a very important goal when Goa were facing Punjab in the Reliance Foundation Developmental League semi-finals. In the first leg, Asher Franz Rodriguez got the first goal for his side, courtesy of a header. So he's got that goal-scoring knack, and that's why I think Israel Gurung today is playing up high. A disappointing ball in the end, but you can see how high Sheikh Mohammed Ismail is, actually. So it's a very fluid right-hand side for FC Goa today, wherein Sheikh Mohammed Ismail and Ashraf Rodriguez both could drift. This would be a foul, the first foul of the game. But coming back to Sheikh Mohammed Ismail and Ashraf Rodriguez, the number 3 for Goa and the number 99 on the right-hand side, watch out for them because they are going to drift a lot. In transition, sometimes you can find Sheikh Mohammed Ismail pushing up forward and Ashraf Rodriguez guarding that fullback position, that right back position. And also sometimes you can see Sheikh Mohammed Ismail dropping in that right back position and Ashraf Rodriguez pushing up forward. So we saw that in the Reliance Foundation Development League as well. Israel Gurung does like to have that fluidity in his side. And so you saw Konsamakar Singh, right? Today he's playing as a centre back. He can play on the right, on the left. Interestingly, Konsamakar Singh was playing on the left in the first game against Sagan Tosu. Not that great from Lionel Remy. Here come Avispa Fukuoka trying to just open FC Goa. And those kind of passing would not help the Goan goalkeeper. He's very calm and cool customer behind the sticks, but has to make sure that today he's also very precise with his passing. A patient builder from the Japanese side, now carving on the right. Could be a cross inside box. And not the greatest of the balls. Intercepted and will be a throw-in. Avispa Fukuoka going with a 4-4-2 formation. And those 4 midfielders would be crucial today. Especially the captain, Matsura Takumu. A left foot ball cleared away. This is Misaka Haruto. The ball is stolen from Misaka Haruto and FC Goa can launch a counter. Good ball. And just curl in the path of Sean Francis Fernandez, who was making that run forward. Right idea. The execution has to be a bit better. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from FC Goa today. Israel Kurung definitely was not happy with the defeat. He must have whispered some words of wisdom to the boys, and definitely a bit of change, a bit of more intensity in the game today from FC Goa. And once again, that is expected, right? A team that has made to the finals in the Reliance Foundation Development League in the under-21 setup in India. You expect them to show their class, right? And it could be a lot of things, traveling, the fatigue, jet lag, and you come into new conditions, adjusting to the new city, to the grounds. It could take a time, but good teams, they do adapt very quickly. Good switch. And the outlet is Misaka Haruto. Sees no real option, has to go back. Oh, foul from behind, I believe. The referee, does he blow a whistle for it? No, he does not. So Nagatomi Hayato probably caught ball watching. And the tackle from behind. So FC Goa just a bit aggressive today more. And I think that's needed. Even though it's a friendly competition, there's nothing at stake still. A loss is a loss. And I don't think any team in the world, any coach in the world can accept a loss in football. Or beat any sport, to be honest. Oh, good one-touch football. The move breaks down though, but there's some signs that FC Goa have learned their lesson and definitely have been watching Punjab, who are also in action. All these 3 sides coming in from the Reliance Foundation Development League, which is India's premier under-21 development league. Avispa Fukuoka, a team that participates frequently in Japan's developmental league, that is the Prince Takamado Premier League. Some spaces opening up. This is good football from Goa. And now from the left-hand side, look at the defensive resolution of Avispa Fukuoka. Those 4 defenders absolutely tracking in a unison. And that makes it really hard for the runners to time their runs, because when a defense is so disciplined, oh, that's a reverse pass. Delicious shot from distance. And close to getting the first one. It was Sean Francis Fernandez for FC Goa. Good stuff. This is probably the best we have seen from FC Goa the span of the two games. Sean Francis Fernandez has been lively in the opening few minutes of the game, and he has to be on top of his game today. Of course, he's carrying that load of scoring goals. The two forwards, Sean Francis Fernandez and Kavya Sunil Katkar, both of them have got goal-scoring records, and traditionally, even if you look into the Indian Under-21 League, there's the RFDL, right? FC Goa do not score a bulk of goals. Their method of winning games is depending on strong defensive areas. This was a good run in the middle of the park, but then the pass in the end was wasteful. Takenobu Eiji bossing that midfield region, dribbling past the heart of the FC Goa's defense, but the idea was right. He was aiming for a through ball up front. But this is one area where FC Goa are really good. Their defensive stability is good. They don't score a lot of goals, but they make sure that they don't concede a lot of goals. Ball inside the box. Wellington Fernandez will receive. They are trying to build from the back. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail goes to his centre back. Left foot ball now, spreading the wing onto the left. Patient builder from FC Goa. This is what they need to do. Hold on to the ball, keep the possession. Look at how high Sheikh Mohammed Ismail is right now. Drops back. Wellington playing as a centre back right now. Good turn. And then the left foot switch. This is where FC Goa are really good. Avispa Fukuoka have to backtrack. Malsa. Caught out in a muddle. Once again the switch, and the outlet is Sheikh Mohammed Ismail. Ismail. His cross is straight into the comfortable gloves of Matsumoto Sakuya. I'm liking what I'm seeing right few minutes of the game. This is some patient build-up, and most importantly, they're using the wings to their advantage. You saw twice in that build-up, switching the flank first to the left and then to the right. The outlet was Sheikh Mohammed Ismail. His cross was not the best. Matsumoto Sakuya, the keeper, his gloves are now warmed. Stealing the ball in the middle of the park. Here come FC Goa. The touch was just a bit too much, but still the attack continues. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail. Avispa Fukuoka have got their rhythm. Shot on target, and that will be the first shot on target. The keeper has to make a save for it. Decent try. And that's where they are dangerous, FC Goa, and that's where they would like to play their football. The ball forward, Lionel Remy will collect. Well, he does not. He heads it away. So probably, I was not so sure whether the striker for Avispa Fukuoka was reaching it, so decided to get his head onto it. And he is that kind of a keeper, Lionel Remy. He is those modern keepers that we talk about, who's not afraid to come out of his box. Earlier, if you're playing in that goalkeeping position, it was all about stay in your line, hold your box. But these days, keepers very fluid, and I think those kind of keepers are well respected and well appreciated by managers as well, because essentially now you're playing with 11 football players. It was first of all one keeper and 10 outfield players, but now you can say yourself that we are playing with 11 football players, right? And that gives an extra edge to the manager if your keeper is a ball player as well, who can control the ball, who has got nice touch. Look at how high the defenders for Fukuoka are playing right now. There should be a foul. Yes, it is. And there's some challenge from the number 18 from FC Goa. Immediate apologies from Wesley DSA. Wesley he's a solid defender and always gets in the way of his players, makes sure that does not let them alter forward. Free kick chance, the first one in a very promising position. FC Goa are comfortable defending their line though. Good ball inside, Remy collects. And Remy distributes. He's seen Wellington Fernandez, who's on his bike now. And Wellington has got pace. We've seen that in the leagues, but this time around decides to hold on. Malsa goes back. Konsa Singh finds Citroy Carvalho. This is Wesley DSA. Patient build-up once again. Something we have seen in this game so far in the first 20 minutes from FC Goa. They would want to strike first though. Delicious switch. Wellington first time ball is almost perfect. He was looking for Malsa. Wellington Fernandez, who's just been introduced into this game, came on from the substitution bench in the last one. Was crucial in that RFDL campaign back in India. And nicknamed as Bison is what we are calling him. He really is the driver of this team. And when he gets going, he can run with the ball and he can run with pace. He's got good distribution and first touch passing, which is, of course, evident. Lionel Remy picks a delicious pass. The ball is still kept alive. Both of them went for the sliding tackle. Right idea. Avispa Fukuoka will keep the ball to them. So look at how high now Asher Franz Rodriguez is playing alongside Sean Francis Fernandez. Too much movement and too much rotation in that FC Goa lineup right now. And I think that's what Israel Gurung has discussed. They don't want to be predictable. They want to be smooth. They want to be free-flowing, mixing up. Asher Francis Rodriguez now is the striker alongside Sean Francis Fernandez. Another ball forward. Oh, this could be something for the Japanese side. It's Wellington who's probably taken that fullback position now. And now the chance probably slowly dying now because the Goa players are getting back in number. Misaka Haruto back on the ball. Masudu Kaita. Oh, not the greatest of passes. FC Goa can run. Just a poor pass. That's what you say to this. There was so much green grass open, but that pass was not generous. And these are the areas wherein FC Goa have to improve. Those passes have to stick in together. Got to learn from Punjab, the way they opened up Avispa Fukuoka. Shaka Haruto now. This should be a foul. Yes, it is. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in the game. And both the sides have got decent chances, but I think it's the lack of decisiveness from FC Goa that's stopped them from probably dominating and getting the first goal. There have been a few occasions wherein the wingers have found themselves in space, but the cross has been straight to the keeper. And then just recently that counter-attacking chance, which was not taken because the pass was just overhit. And now FC Goa once again. This time around, let's see what they can have in the counter. Trying to build gently. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail once again. Now cuts in. Tries to play that pass. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, things are opening up for him. Should have gone for a shot. Instead lays it off. Shot from distance. The keeper fumbles on the first occasion, then collects. Matsumoto Sakuya. He's a lucky person right now because on some other given day, that ball could have fumbled anywhere and could have been an FC Goa player on the end of it. But this is good stuff. They've already got 2 shots on target, FC Goa. So if they get the counter-attacks right, wherein they're playing the right passes, we know that this team can hurt any opposition. And that's something disappointing, right? Because when you know you've got the potential, but when that potential does not turn into product, that's where it leads into something disappointing. But so far in the first 24 minutes, plenty of positives for FC Goa, plenty of positives to ponder upon. Avispa Fukuoka. They have been good, but I don't think there's been any serious threat onto Lionel Del Rumi's goal. He has been comfortable. I think there have been two shots on target for both the sides, and both the keepers, to be honest, have been fairly comfortable. Ashley Franz Rodriguez could not control it. Masudo Kaito goes to his centre-back partner. Back to Masuda Kaito. Patient builder from Avispa Fukuoka. Here they come on the attack. This is a good run. And then the outlet on the right. Chipped in ball. Header! Does not get the required power onto it. And Lionel Del Rumi is comfortable. It was Shinagawa Ibuki who found himself on the left. Decent ball, and then the cross was a looping one. Shinagawa Ibuki tried to keep his header on target, but didn't get the power needed. And once again, those midfielders for Avispa Fukuoka building something, crafting. Shot, right foot is in the safe gloves of Lionel Del Rumi. The number 8, Nagatomi Hayato, is definitely growing himself in the game now. Was captaining his side in the previous game, Nagatomi Hayato, and now is coming into this game. And we have talked about it, right? Those midfielders will play a big part for Avispa Fukuoka. They did not play bad in the previous game, to be honest. It's just that Punjab were much more clinical. But I think they were the absolute best yesterday. Beg your pardon, 72 hours in the last game. Oh, this could be crucial. Referee blows his whistle, though otherwise the chance was opening up. Foul on Wesley DSA. And for a moment or so, you felt like Avispa Fukuoka about to score the first one. The chance presented itself by the referee. He had his whistle in his mouth. But coming back to it, Avispa Fukuoka, the Japanese side, did not play bad in their first game against Punjab. It was just that Punjab were probably on their level best. Shingmayun Shami with 2 goals, Umang Dorum scoring, Vishal Yadav scoring, Garin Saiza. And sometimes the only critique in that previous game for the Japanese side was that in their defense they were ball watching. If you go back and look for the 4th goal that Garin Saiza scored, 3 players in the box looking and not making any defensive contribution, and then the ball fell to Garin Saiza. Garin Saiza locked and loaded one. Punjab were 4-0 up just like that. So attacking wise, really loved the way they were passing the ball, moving the ball very quickly on the pitch, but defensively they were breached. There should be a foul. The referee lets it continue. Goa defending really well in those low block areas. They are compact, they are solid, but they have to make sure that on the counter they can hurt Avispa Fukuoka. Once again, it's the counter that FC Goa are looking for, but look at how quickly the numbers are back for the team in white. Not letting it easy for the Indian side. Now Wellington Fernandez. Sheikh Mohammed a smile. Ashraf Franz Rodriguez. His holder plays good. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail once again chops back. Goes to Ashraf Franz Rodriguez, who in turn plays it back to Konsa Makar Singh. Konsa Makar Singh with the ball forward was looking for his forward. It drops on the foot of Kavya Sunil Katkar, who then switches onto the left. This is good from FC Goa. Kavya Sunil Katkar, back heel pass. Is there a shot coming in? Malsa plays it beautifully. This is good from FC Goa. Then the strike from distance is once again comfortable for the keeper for the Japanese side. But this is probably the best spell position game we have seen from the Indian side. And once again, Wellington Fernandez, Malsa, Kavya Sunil Katkar, all of those players alongside Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, Konsa Makar Singh, proving pivotal for FC Goa. And in the end, the shot was straight to Matsumoto Sakuya. Is it Wesley DSA who's probably injured himself? He's facing some difficulties, Wesley. And meanwhile, with 29 minutes up on the board, we have got a time for a hydration break, a bit of cooling coming in for the players. Hydration breaks definitely being much more prominent now in the footballing scene. You've seen in the World Cup currently that's going on in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Now only in the USA with the finals and third place fixtures remaining. But hydration breaks have been a frequent occurrences, and I think that's a good initiative by the footballing organizations to allow for the hydration breaks. And in the break, what are FC Goa talking is a big question. What is Israel Gurung talking to his boys? All right, then he's definitely speaking that boys, you're doing good, but now use that potential, use that passing, and turn that into product. That's what he must be speaking about. Just try and thread a few balls together and be quick on the counter. We saw that, right? Just before the hydration break, a tremendous move from FC Goa, even though the shot was straight on target to the Japanese keeper, but they did build up from back. Wellington Fernandez was once again crucial. Malsa was crucial. Kaveh Sunil Katkar, could he have taken the shot a bit earlier? Instead, fed it to the left. But FC Goa, this is good from them, slowly and steadily coming back to what we've seen them in the Reliance Foundation Development League back in India. And the head coach is Raul Gurung. He's got his tactical board out as well. And talking about Avispa Fukuoka, though, not much wrong from them as well. The most important thing which I've liked from them today is their defensive resolution. Each and every time Goa come on a counter, there's four defenders who are backtracking, and they're backtracking in a sync. So those forward runs would be really hard to make because there's always going to be that added risk of getting caught offside because of the defensive organization from Avispa Fukuoka. I think they've not taken that 5-0 defeat kindly, right? I mean, a team comes on foreign soil, on your home soil, and scores 5 goals. No coach wants to concede 5 goals, to be honest. A clean sheet is a jewel of any head coach playing football. I think that's where the team in white definitely would like to exert some more control, is making sure that they don't concede goals early on. It's going to be crucial the way these two teams come after the hydration break. The head coach for Avispa Fukuoka, that's Kakeru Komatsu. He would be hoping that he's got his boys riled up. But talking about Avispa Fukuoka, the Japanese professional soccer club based in Fukuoka, the largest city on Kyushu Island, known affectionately as Avi or Hachi. And that's the Japanese for hornet or wasp. The club competes in the J1 League, the top tier of Japanese football. And the club name Avispa is the Spanish word for wasp, chosen to represent a light, disciplined, and diverse of attacking style of players. And I think they really live up to that hype. They are quick, they are smart. Avispa playing their home games at the best Denki Stadium, previously known as the Level 5 Stadium. That's located in Hakataku, Fukuoka, near Fukuoka Airport. And the football specific venue has a capacity of 21,562. You look at the stadium's design, it puts spectators right next to the touchline, creating an intense close-up matchday environment. And the club is backed passionately by its long-standing ultra group, that's Ultra Aubrey, who bring immense energy, chanting, and massive flag displays to every match. As FC Goa also back on level tack. It's 0-0 right now, even Steven so far after 33 minutes of play. We are still waiting to find the first goal of the game. When you talk about Avispa Fukuoka, the 2023 J-League Cup champions on November 4, 2023, Avispa claimed their first major national trophy in club history by defeating in front of 61,663 fans at the National Stadium in Tokyo. First half goals from Hiroyuki Mai and Daiki Miya secured the historic victory under manager Shigetoshi Hasibe. Well, after that hydration break, we are back on track. It's 0-0 so far. Both the teams have had decent opportunities, but to be honest, they have taken their shots on goal. But to be honest, neither of the keepers have been stretched so far. Both of them have looked comfortable. But the good thing is that both of these sides, after conceding defeat in the previous game, have restructured themselves and are looking very well balanced and poised. Avispa Fukuoka now playing in the J1 League. That's the highest tier of Japanese football. Under the head coach Hasibe, the club achieved a solid 7th place finish in 2023 with 51 points, building on their previous record setting 8th place in 2021. So in the last few years, they have been consistently playing in the top division of Japan's Premier League, and FC Goa as well, a team that plays in the ISL and needs no introduction. Avispa Fukuoka on the attack now, once again switching it on the left. That has been an outlet. Now is there a brawl inside the box? There's a cross, and it's delicious. And now a shot is blocked away. Second attempt, once again floated in. There was no runners on the far post. Had to be someone making that run. The ball was deliciously floated, but given away by Consumaka Singh. That's not good football, and there should be a penalty. Or is it outside the box? That's the only question, because it certainly is a foul. And Consumaka Singh definitely not the best of decision making. We got to watch the replays. I think it's a free kick. Watch that once again. Consumaka Singh losing the ball is outside the box. Shinagawa Ibuki going down. First of all, winning the ball and then running away with it. Consumaka Singh saw no real option. Had to make that tactical foul, but that's not good, to be honest. Just an inch inside, it would have been a penalty, and all the hard work would have been just wasted away. Still a promising position for a free kick. Look how close that was, though. He would be breathing lightly right now. Consumaka Singh, but Goa have a set piece to defend, which is towards the far post, and defended well. Avispa Fukuoka will regain possession courtesy of a throw-in. Yet to find the first goal in the game. They continue. 37 minutes on the clock. Ball inside the box, cleared away. It was delicious. It was waiting for someone to probably get a head onto it. Watch that once again. Aim towards the number 9, Kitazono Taikai. A left foot ball. And Kitazono, he thought it was his chance, but cleared away by Consumaka Singh. Just seconds ago, minutes ago, Consumaka Singh with that foul on the edge of the box. But now he shows why he's such a handy player for FC Goa with that clearance. Kitazono would have just... his eyes would have lit up when he saw that ball floating towards him. Kitazono Taikai. But Avispa have got another corner. And now this could be a strike from distance. Instead lays it off. Chipped in ball. Too close to Lionel Dalrumi. Right idea though. He is going for the precision. The cheeky ball. This could be a foul. Fellington Fernandez goes on to check on his counterpart. Watch that once again. The ball floated towards Wellington. I don't think there's too much that Wellington has done wrong over here. And he knows that. And both these teams know that, Wellington. And just a tap of apology from him. Right then, 203 people tuning in on the Reliance Foundation YouTube channel. Well, good to see that there's a lot of contingent from the Indian soil as well as the Japanese soil who are dropping in to watch the games. Do let us know who's going to break the deadlock first if you're watching this. Ronak Agrawal in the comment section feels like it was a pen. Well, we all felt it was nearly a pen, but it was so close just to the fortune luck of Konsamaka Singh. It was just outside the box. But do let us know who's going to break the deadlock first. Let's see how many of you have got the footballing know-how to predict the scoreline as well. So what's going to be the scoreline after 90 minutes? Is it going to be FC Goa who going to score the opening goal, or the Japanese side who will take the lead? So far, based on the evidence, I would say it's 50-50. Both of them have had their equal shares of shots. And here come the Japanese side once again. Oh, if not for Wellington Fernandez intercepting it, things could have been very different. That was a nicely measured pass. Trying to find his striker. Good football from Avispa Fukuoka, who are slowly now building up themselves and getting in the groove. Masuda Kaito finds his centre back. Oh, switch off play. Intercepted though. Good first touch from... Was that Konsamaka Singh? It was Konsamaka Singh. His first touch is delicious. So he's that kind of a player, right? We just saw him and made that a tackle on the edge of the box. And then he's been so good. The header clearance and then the touch interceptions. So he's a delightful player, Konsamaka Singh. And now starting to grow in the game. For the viewers tuning in live into this stream, we are live from the Global Arena from Fukuoka, Japan, wherein the Indian side FC Goa lock horns with the Japanese side of Avispa Fukuoka under 18. And so far, it's even Steven. Not a single goal scored in this game, but plenty of excitement and plenty of action. And I think in the second half, you will see a few changes being ringed in by both the head coaches. Israel Gurung definitely will look to his bench. Has got two options, but those two options injured from the previous game. Bryson Pereira alongside Fred and Mendes. Lionel Rumi is trying to play some football of his very own, and he's got himself out of the muddle. That's what he does. He's an exciting talent to watch, Lionel Rumi. Each and every time you watch him, you feel there's a bit of excitement in that young lad. Had a tremendous season in Reliance Foundation Development League. What is it with guys named Lionel? There's something special about them, isn't it? A certain Lionel, now at 39 years of age, has made into back-to-back World Cup finals. Not bad for a player who was once called a national flop, Leo Messi. Definitely carrying the hopes of Argentina. And I'm sure a lot of these boys have grown up watching the legend, the main man. Probably now no debates. The greatest footballer has ever lived. And if he goes on to win the World Cup, oh my word. I mean, can you imagine? At this point, he's leading the debate for Ballon d'Or. So if he goes on and wins the World Cup, he's going to win his 9th Ballon d'Or at 39. Who's done that? I think he's going to become the oldest player to do so. So, I mean, definitely, surely, there's something about guys named Lionel, and the keeper for Goa, Lionel Rumi, today has been solid. Always an exciting sight to watch keepers who are a bit more enthusiastic, a bit more ball players, who can distribute well, who can take on the pressure of the press. And essentially, you're playing from behind, right? You've got 11 players. Not the greatest. The first touch, though, has to be a bit more precise. Has to be just a bit more precise. Back to the keeper now, who's very comfortable inviting the press. I think that's what Israel Gurung has talked about. Invite the press. And that's a strategy that's changed after the hydration break. So they're inviting Avispa Fukuoka up front. What they're doing is they're playing from the back. And not just playing from the back, they're playing from extreme back, as in Lionel Rumi is the first person that's playing now football. And that is forcing Avispa Fukuoka to push bodies forward, and when they push bodies forward, Goa's plan is to hit them on the counter, but they have lost possession. This is where the Japanese side could be dangerous. And interestingly, Wellington Fernandez has gone into a defensive role now, so things have changed for Israel Gurung's side. Look at Wellington Fernandez, he's in the center of the park now, playing as a central defender. Wellington very versatile. This would be probably kept in, and it is kept in, but straight to Lionel Daldrimi, who was probably wanting his boys to move a bit more quicker into space. Oh, we do understand what Lionel Daldrimi is feeling as a goalkeeper. The ball inside the box. Chance still. The first touch is not the greatest, and then on the turn, put inside the box, but blocked by Konsumakar Singh. It was Shinagawa Ibuki who's now seeing a lot of the ball on this left-hand side, but Konsumakar Singh is blocking each and everything that comes his way. This is Masuda Kaito, the centre-back who's surging forward slowly, finds his partner. Now on to the right. Back to the central defender, and back to Kaito. Patient builder from Avispa Fukuoka. There's no need for pressing the panic button for either of these side, or once again riding a few challenges inside the box. Go have to be careful. You don't want to make those vital interceptions inside the box, which can lead to a foul and which can lead to a penalty. 3 minutes at a time is what we have got the indication. Long ball forward. Once again, chasing is Asher Franz Rodriguez. Kaito gets there first, and Kaito plays it gently back to his keeper, Sakuya, who's been not involved a lot since the hydration break, and he would want that to remain the same. I would not want to stretch himself a lot. The sun is now shining bright at the Global Arena in Fukuoka, and it's making life a bit harder for these players now. Shingawa Ibuki. Ibuki with a quite dazzling pass back to his keeper, Matsumoto Sakuya. As both the keepers have shown that they've got the ability. They are ball-playing keepers. And who's not these days in the modern football? And each of those keepers are trained to be ball players, but I mean, it's still a very difficult position. And with the added responsibility of you being a ball player, you've got to be absolutely precise with your passing and with your touches, right? Because one wrong touch and it leads for the opposition to play right at you. And Lionel Daldrimi definitely has got that precise touch. Wellington back to Rimi. Look at how quickly Avispa Fukuoka are now pressing those boys in white, making life difficult to Goa, and this is what happens when you press Goa, giving possession cheaply. Now Ibuki once again on the left, who's seen plenty of room. Ibuki, still going on Ibuki, good done. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail, good work from him, wins the ball. You know, that partnership of Sheikh Mohammad Ismail and Konsamaka Singh. Now Wellington back to Lionel Daldrimi. Shrimi moving forward. Intercepted. A lot of possession for Avispa Fukuoka. Now Ibuki. He's a chance. Ball inside. Acrobatically cleared away from Citroy Carvalho. Oh, good 1-2. Can he keep it alive? The answer is no, he cannot. Too much pace onto that. But nice idea of that 1-2. And that would be the last bit of action in the first half, as the Japanese referee blows for the halftime whistle. Now, the Indian side, FC Goa, tried, but they are still not able to find the first goal of this Japan tour. For Avispa Fukuoka, the same story. They are still trying, but they are still to find the first goal of their campaign in this Japan tour. At halftime, It's still deadlocked at halftime. It's still level. Both those sides have tried. Both those sides have thrown everything. But it's halftime. FC Goa nil. Avispa Fukuoka nil. Stay tuned with us. Plenty of actions to come still after the next 45. Well, it's been a half wherein goalkeepers have had their gloves warmed in, but there has been no real threat for either Lionel Dal Remy or Matsumoto Sakuya. It feels like FC Goa have got their passing game intact, but on the higher end of the pitch, when they have to dominate, it still feels they need a lot of work. Avispa Fukuoka dominating possession, 55%, 9 chances, 6 shots on target for FC Goa, 45% possession, much better than their previous outing against Sagan Tosu, 6 chances, 4 shots on target, yet to find the back of the net either of the sides. Interestingly, no corners for Goa and 2 for Avispa Fukuoka. Well, that has been the story of this game so far. There have been good instances in patches both the sides have played football wherein it seems like they could have broken the deadlock. It all began at the global arena with players from both sides just formally greeting out each and everyone. That's the Japanese culture, and that's so good to watch. It's coming on together, making sure that you respect the culture. And that's what football does, isn't it? It bridges the culture, it bridges the gap in India and Japan, of course, sharing a lot of cultural identity, a lot of spiritual identity. It's a bond that's peaceful. It's a bond that's growing, and you see two great nations with two sports that they can give to each other. Japan, of course, making strides in football. We saw them in the FIFA World Cup, currently almost defeating Brazil and advancing forward in the knockout stages. India, of course, a giant in cricket, and Japan also is now playing cricket. I was commentating on the JCL, there's a Japan Cricket League. This was a chance for Sheikh Mohammad Ismail to put a decent delivery early on in the first half, but his pass was weak and timid. And that's what we're saying, right? There have been chances for both the sides, but they have to take their chances now. They have to make sure that those balls are inched in perfectly whenever they break free. And this was the free kick for the Japanese side, Avispa Fukuoka, which was played inside the box. Set pieces have been good, and set pieces could reward into something. The header was straight to Lionel Daldrimi, who's been good today as usual. There has been a strong glove work from the Indian goalkeeper. He has had to deal a few attacks, but his positioning, his reflexes has been where it should be. For Avispa Fukuoka, they would try to once again lock in and load in the second half, still to score a single goal in 3 halves of football. And that's the same story for FC Goa. In the 3 half of football they have played in the Japan Tour so far, they have also not been able to score a goal. This could have been a decent chance, but the referee saw that there's a foul on the number 18 for FC Goa and blew his whistle. Wesley DSA being fouled, and if not, that would have been a golden opportunity for Avispa Fukuoka. Last of the shots, maybe in the first half, it was straight into the comfortable arms of the Japanese keeper Matsumoto Sakuya, and towards the end, some defensive contributions from Goa and their players saw this game level at 0-0. Both the sides did throw their weapons, but to be honest, it needs a bit more precision. This was an error from Konsamaka Singh, and it could have led into a penalty. My initial thought was, is that inside the box? But then you saw the replay, and there you realized just edges, inches away from being a penalty. It led into a free kick for a moment. Konsamaka Singh and his heart would have been in his mouth, and this was a delicious ball inside the box. Konsamaka Singh clearing. It was aimed towards the number 9, who's their main man, Kitazono Taikai, but just that jump from not on the level, and Konsamaka Singh could have cleared. Wellington Fernandez then collapsed with a Japanese player. Wellington just giving him some tap of apology, and that was the story of the first half. Well, stay tuned with us. Second half action continues really shortly. FC Goa nil, Avispa Fukuoka nil. Welcome back to the Global Arena in Fukuoka. 45 minutes are in the history books. The slate remains completely blank, yet the story told so far is one of absolute, breathless friction. Avispa Fukuoka 0, FC Goa 0. It is a scoreboard that lies because this has been anything but a quiet afternoon. And what we have witnessed is a high-speed chess match played at a suffocating tempo. It is a tactical standoff where neither side is willing to blink, yet both have left their skin on this pitch. First half was a masterclass in survival, a testament to two young squads refusing to repeat the nightmare that happened just 3 days ago. Let the numbers tell the story of this grueling tug of war. Avispa Fukuoka have commanded the lion's share of the ball, 55% possession compared to Goa's 45. The young hosts have buzzed around the Goan penalty area like their namesake, carving out 9 clear openings and forcing Lionel Remy into 6 crucial saves. 6 times they hit the target, 6 times they were denied by the Goan defiance. But do not mistake territory for dominance. Israel Gurung's young Gauls have been remarkably efficient, dangerously sharp on the counter thrust. 6 chances created for themselves as well. 4 testing shots on target. They aren't just weathering the storm, they are striking back with lightning precision. And the defining metric of the game, the bite in the tackle. Avispa have thrown themselves into the challenges, racking up 4 successful tackles, and Goa on the other hand, 8 successful tackles. So defensively, FC Goa have been top-notch. It is aggressive, it's physical, and it tells you everything about the desperation in the Japanese ranks and the Indian ranks to keep the clean sheet. 45 minutes remain for someone to become a hero. For Avispa Fukuoka, the mandate is clear. Turn territory into triumph. They have the ball, they have the territory, but they lack the final lethal sting to break Goan hearts. For FC Goa, this is the ultimate test of psychological endurance. They have proven they can stand toe-to-toe with J-League aristocracy. They have absorbed the pressure. They have held the line. And now they have to make sure they start the second half as they mean to finish it. The intensity from Avispa Fukuoka is top-notch, and there's this ball on the left. The outlet is Sean Francis Fernandez, but he is caught offside. A few changes ringing in by the head coach Israel Gurung. Fred Mendes is back, and Fred Mendes is ready to start after being on the substitution bench. And Asher Franz Rodriguez, who probably had a quiet afternoon today, is being replaced. He's a really solid player, Asher Franz Rodriguez, but never got going today. Was making some runs forward, but I think Fred Mendes coming in, there's an extra midfielder now who would give FC Goa a lot of breathing room in the middle of the park. But don't be surprised if Avispa Fukuoka go on strike. The changes for them as well. It's the number 30, Yoshijima, who's been taken off. In comes Mori. So the head coach for both the sides making some changes. Yoshijima Koki was playing in the midfield area. Now, with his substitution, it's going to be really interesting to watch how the Japanese side line up. There's another change that's just being done. It's Kyoto Otsuka who's been taken off, and in comes Shushuke Yoshida, the number 38, Yoshida. It's going to be really interesting to watch how Yoshida performs. He was playing in the defensive area, so Yoshida he's now come on alongside Mori Takeru, and both those players would be crucial because both those players started the previous game. Yoshida was in the defensive line and Mori Takeru in the midfield. It's going to be really crucial to watch how things change for Avispa Fukuoka now with those changes being made. FC Goa in defensive areas, they have been good. Throughout the 2 games we've seen that, right? 3 halves of football, just conceding 1 goal so far. Now into the 4th half of football. Here they come. Kavya Sunil Khatkar is making that run. The ball is aimed towards Kavya Sunil Khatkar. Made that run 2 inside. He had to hold the width. Had to just straight towards that far post. But Kavya Sunil Khatkar, you can't blame him. He was coming inside from the left-hand side. If only he had held the width on the left and stayed towards the far post. That ball was deliciously waiting for him for a tap-in header. Wesley Dasa wins the header, but the referee has blown his whistle. Now Wellington Fernandez found quickly. He's lost possession. Here come Avispa Fukuoka now on the counter. The outlet is on the left, and he has been found. FC Goa have to backpedal quickly. Cutting inside, shot from distance. Lionel Dalrymple is comfortable. He would be comfortable. Bread and butter for him. Good strike though from Ibuki. He's been good. Now once he got the ball on the left-hand side, there's only one thing on his mind: to cut inside and to unleash the shot. FC Goa backpedaling, but Ibuki unleashing one. Didn't get the power he would have needed. Shinagawa Ibuki. He knew that immediately that a goalkeeper of that caliber, he needs to be better to beat him. Until now, the Japanese team has realized that FC Goa have got a goalkeeper who's really solid. His collection is handling, real Dalrumi. There's no questioning about his handling. But it feels like they've upped the tempo a bit, just a bit, FC Goa, coming into this second half. And that was needed. Probably both these teams now have to find something, because in the 3 halves of football, both these sides have not found a single goal. So there's also a bit of doubt onto the goal scoring merit of both these sides, and they have to once again prove that yes, we can score goals. We've got that caliber in us. Really liking the movement I'm seeing from the team in white since those changes have been made. This is Yoshida, who's just come on from the bench. Goa can lead the counter. Oh, that's going to be nasty. The play continues. Ball forward, beats everyone. Was that the captain trying to thread one? It was the captain. Matsuda Takumu trying to just feed one into his forward. We have not seen a lot from Kitazono Taikai and Wada Shinsuke. They have to come in the game now. It could be a shot. It's the shot, but is always sailing high. Just talked about this man, Kitazano Taikai, and he shows that he's still in the game. I guess his shot, but is always rising up and over. Lionel Dalrymple would be happy to see that rising. Too much space given to the number 9 though, and what was the defender doing? What was Wesley Dasa doing? Just tracking back, making no real efforts. Sitra Carvalho and Wesley Dasa, not the best of closing down from them, I have to say. FC Goa playing it a bit casually now, maybe getting tired. Well, the Indian counterparts on the other end are scoring goals freely. Punjab have got 2 goals in the first half. And this is Kavya Sunil Katkar, who's growing in the game. Kavya Sunil Katkar lays it off to Wellington. Wellington lays it off on the right. Ball inside the box. Now could it be finished? No, it cannot. Good build-up from FC Goa, but could Kavya Sunil Katkar have taken the shot himself, or Wellington as well, when it was laid off to him, and probably decided to go on the wings? And once the ball was fed in, Avispa Fukuoka got the numbers back. It was defended and they've got the possession. But coming back to it, Bengaluru now in their 2 games have won both the games. First winning 3-2 and now winning 2-0 against Sagan Tosu. Punjab scoring 2 goals in the first half itself. Here come the Japanese side. It's up and over. Yoshida definitely making an impact since coming, and suddenly the number 9, Kitazono Taikai, is starting to grow in the game. Look at that. And the ball found Yoshida, and Yoshida's cross was met on this near post by the main man, Kitazono Taikai, but could not keep his shot on target. It was always a difficult one, right? Because Yoshida Suzuki firing one. I'm really liking now what I'm seeing from the striker, Kitazano Taikai. He's suddenly growing in the game. 2 shots on target for him. This one would not be kept alive, that's for sure. But Kitazano Taikai, if he keeps on the good work and the form that we've seen now, alongside his striking partner, Wada Shinsuke, who's now got to grow in the game, he would be trying his level best to support his number 9 today, Wada Shinsuke. Another switch. Oh, Kavya Sunil Katkar will get on the end of it. And Kavya Sunil Katkar can produce something brilliant. Sunil Katkar cuts inside. He's surrounded by a host of bodies. Malsa. Now Malsa switches. Laid it off for Wellington, whose strike is blocked. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail is the outlet on that right-hand side. And Malsa was trying to find him. So you can see Kavya Sunil Katkar suddenly in this second half has sprung into life, but has to do more with those chances. Oh, stolen from behind. FC Goa now coming in. Could be a shot from distance. Just wide. Just wide, and that was the best chance. It's Malsa. Missed his chance, and he took his chance from the left foot. It was flying and it was close. Good work. First of all, stealing from behind, then laying it off for Malsa, and Malsa's left foot strike. Jeez, that was close. That was teasingly close. And once again, FC Goa now winning. Fred and Mendes this time around. He's unleashing one. Suddenly there's been an increase in the rate of how FC Goa are just going about their business. We saw that. We talked about Avispa Fukuoka increasing their tempo and just putting their foot on the pedal, on the accelerator. And suddenly now FC Goa, two chances, two really good chances. Two shots from distance, and none of them eventually leading into something. But really liking what's happening in the second half now. Both the sides definitely would want to score the first goal for themselves in this Japan tour. Wellington now trying to switch. Right idea, intercepted though. Kavya Sunil Katkar. He's going to be the outlet, the number 55. There's this long throw-in taken in. Defended really well. FC Goa, we've seen FC Goa also rely on those long throw-ins. So that is one arsenal that they've got, one weapon. Played back. This is Wesley. I think it was aimed for Lionel Dalrimi, but Konsamakar Singh will recorrect. And now Lionel Dalrimi will get the ball onto his foot. Those passes intercepted. But FC Goa have won it back. Now Wellington moving forward. Wellington has got Kavya Sunil Katkar. If you can spot him on the left, he has found Kavya Sunil Katkar, who lays it up brilliantly. And FC Goa have scored their first goal of the Japan tour. It is Sean Franks Fernandez who opens up the scoring. And finally, you can see the relief. Sean Franks Fernandez finishing off a brilliant move. And FC Goa strike first. They break the deadlock at Global Arena in Fukuoka, Japan. Things you love to see. Sean Franks Fernandez is calm. There's no celebration because Goa and him have waited for this goal for a long, long time. Nearly 4 halves of football. And finally, FC Goa scored this goal. This is the kind of football we have seen them play in the Reliance Foundation Development League, and now bringing the same brand of football in Japan. Wellington Fernandez, after he gets the ball, spots that run from Kavya Sunil Katkar. And Kavya Sunil Katkar, his first time passes deliciously. Waited in for Sean Franks Fernandez, who puts in the finishing touches from close range. He would not miss. But those three players combining, that goal was a thing of beauty. It's going to be interesting to watch how Avispa Fukuoka now respond. Good delivery inside. Now could there be a finish? Oh, it took too much time. Should have gone for the first time header. That's a good response, decent response from the Japanese side after going 1-0 down. Suddenly this game has brought into life. But talk about that. Wellington Fernandez with that delicious ball, finding the outlet in the form of Kavya Sunil Katkar. And his first time touch. But that cushion ball on the first time, the wallet cushion, is deliciously weighted for Sean Franks Fernandez to find. This is so good from Goa. This is what Israel Gurung wanted from his boys. This is the kind of stuff that the Indian team can produce. This is the kind of goals that this team has in them. It's just that they didn't play their best football so far. And now, on the back of that goal, definitely would love to see them score more. Oh, this time around, the keeper for the Japanese side was left in a wake by his own defender. Probably Matsumoto Sakuya was hoping that he could collect, but it was stolen away from his foot. Oh, this could be a foul. The referee sees nothing wrong. The Goan side will continue. Kavya Sunil Katkar goes central. Has to be careful though, the midfielder. Nearly losing possession. Wellington Fernandez now goes back to Leo Dalrymmy. Kavya Sunil Katkar is once again free. Leo Dalrymmy chipping one ball towards his compatriot, Wellington Fernandez, but he couldn't get on the end of it. Good football. Really good football. FC Goa scoring that goal it's just so delicious, to be honest. And in comes Bryson Pereira. Well, Bryson Pereira was stretched out in the previous game, but now the number 47 for Goa is up and ready, and I think that will definitely give that midfield a big boost. Important to see who goes off. Could be one of those midfielders in the form of Mervyn Fernandez, definitely. So the two changes that came in, Mervyn Fernandez has now been taken off. He was not playing the previous game. And in comes Bryson Pereira. Mervyn Fernandez was given a start by the head coach Israel Gurung, but now Bryson Pereira, who's usually a regular starter in this side, has now come in. Oh, this could be a substitution. So that signal from those players from Avispa Fukuoka, that tells you the story. Masura Takumu, the number 6, is signaling an X that usually means the player and his time is done on the pitch. I immediately saw Mori Takeru as well, making that symbol of X because he feels that their teammate has picked up a knock. But watch this once again. It's Wellington Fernandez who drives forward, watches that run. Kavya Sunil Katka, his first touch pass is so delicious. And then from close range, Sean Francis Fernandez would never miss. But it's all about Kavya Sunil Katkar here. Of course, Wellington Fernandez plays that pass to Kavya Sunil Katkar, and then Sean Francis Fernandez scores that goal. But it's Kavya Sunil Katkar's awareness and his first touch, the depth and the silkiness that is that first goal. And Wellington definitely is starting today's game and he's proved his worth. This is the kind of player Wellington Fernandez is, a bison. And that's what I've nicknamed him. And I think he should keep that nickname because he can drive forward, he can run with pace, and he can find those interesting passes whenever needed. More changes coming in for Avispa Fukuoka, and probably a forced one. The number 36, Ino Shiyoto, comes in. He's going to probably take that defensive position. Ino Shiyoto. Oh, this could be a chance now. After going 1-0 down, trying to just create something. Still the danger looming in. Shot. There's the substitution. Corner now for the Japanese side. And they've got a chance to put this ball inside the box, and they've got a chance to probably get back in the game. Good delivery towards the near post. Our shot is wild. Leo Dalrymmy has to tip it away. He was not so sure. Had to make sure that he gets the hand onto it, and this will be a corner now from the other end. I'm going to make sure that they defend this corner because 1-0 lead is always fragile in football. You never know what happens. On the other hand, Punjab up by 3 goals against Giravan's Kita Kyushu. The good news is that the Japanese side has also scored 1 goal. It's 3-1 right now in that match. Over here, there's a corner taken in towards the central areas. Good defending. And now FC Goa can break. Kavya Sunil Katka clears his line. Can Sheikh Mohammad Ismail reach this one? The answer is no, he cannot because the ball is cleared away. The chase is still going on. The striker will keep it alive though. Goes down. Offside. The assistant on this far side has flag raised. Spot on. For a moment or so you felt that could have been something, as Kitazono Taikai was running and keeping that ball alive, and he was fouled, to be honest, but the offside flag was up and already raised by the assistant. Good officiating so far by all the referees involved in the game. The Japanese referee. It's very important that the referees are on top of their game. Tomokazu Okusu, the man responsible for officiating this match at the Global Arena today, alongside the two assistants Kiyomi Mitsuru and Yudai Kawarabayashi. The fourth official, that's Mitsuru Shimada, probably has not been needed too much. Here come the Japanese side though, with some pace and with some menace, but Goa also defending in numbers. And that defense has done its job, because Matsuro Takumo is probably forced into making an action, and his pass was easily cut away. So far, so good in this second half. As in the backgrounds, you can see it's Ibuki. Shinagawa Ibuki, who's been taken off, stretched off of the pitch, hoping and praying that there's nothing serious to the talented young player from Avispa Fukuoka, hoping that he's ready and recovering and is okay to continue for the previous and the next fixtures that's coming around. But here come Avispa once again. Goa steal the ball from them. Kavya Sunil Katkar, who was important in that first goal, trying to thread one again for Sean Francis Fernandez, but the defense this time around deals it. One-touch football. Masura Takumu goes back to his defense. This time around, Avispa Fukuoka they do really well to break that first line of defense and first line of press from FC Goa. Here they come once again from this left-hand side. FC Goa's passing has to be a bit more better today, even though they've got that goal with a brilliant move. But overall, I think Israel Gurung would still know that his passing could be better. And now Kavya Sunil Katkar can run. This is his one feature where he's so good. He can take on defenders and he can run. Sees no real option, has to go back to the number 18, Wesley DSA. This is Konsamaka Singh now. Wellington Fernandez goes back to his defender. Konsamaka Singh, and there's some real pressure. He did not see Lionel Dalrimi, who was up from his line. And in the end, the pass was met by Lionel Dalrimi. And now Citroy Carvalho moving forward. Citroy Carvalho's chipped and ball is cut. And now Kavya Sunil Katkar picks up the pieces. Kavya Sunil Katkar finds Wellington. Wellington's first touch is poor. That's the best way to describe it. You don't expect that from Wellington Fernandez. And that's why I'm trying to say that Goa have not played their best football so far. It just feels they're not into their 100% element. Is it game fitness? Is it jet lag? Is it coming to a new country? But when they play their best football, they can score goals like they've scored the first one. And now this could be a foul. The referee sees nothing wrong onto it. Play continues, would be a corner. Much to the disappointment of the Japanese side. They don't think it should be a corner. And those defenders pushing forward. Citroy Carvalho, the number 21. Wesley DSA at the number 18. Watch out for those two centre backs. They are in the center of the frame right now. Even the cameraman knows when the centre backs push forward. Always a threat when your tall centre halves push forward for a corner. And Citroy and Wesley, it would be the ideal targets alongside Kavya Sunil Katkar and Sean Francis Fernandez, who are in the box. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail as well. Left foot delivery from Malsa towards the far post, will be retrieved by Wellington. Now Wellington to drill in another cross. Header! And then from close range. How did that not go in the back of the net? Sean Francis Fernandez would be thinking the same. It was close after Wellington Fernandez put that delicious ball inside the box. Watch that once again. Wellington receives it on the left and then clips one and hangs in the air. The first header, and it was towards... Oh, wow, what defending. I thought, how did Sean Francis Fernandez did not get a head onto it. It was Masudo Kaieto who got there first. Just flinged himself onto the ball. Otherwise, Sean Francis Fernandez, he would have just headed it home for the second goal for FC Goa. I, for all money, thought that's the second goal coming in, that's for sure. But Masudo Kaieto, number 4 for Avispa Fukuoka, did really well. Goa caught a corner though once again. So it's a good position for them. 1-0 up and getting the 70 minutes mark, and they're attacking courtesy of a set piece. Right foot delivery towards that far post. Header is deliciously met. And now, can it be finished? Blocked down, should be another corner. Was it Citroy Carvalho? It was Citroy Carvalho who was hanging himself on that far post. A bit of handshakes between Konsam Akash Singh and Wellington Fernandez. Watch this corner once again. Measured to perfection towards that far post, wherein Citroy Carvalho was hanging, and then Konsam Akash Singh. I think Wellington Fernandez wanted that ball from Konsam Akash Singh. That's why Konsam Akash Singh just raised his hand towards Wellington and says, "I'm so sorry." Wellington would have wanted that layoff, and that would be a left foot corner. Citroy Carvalho, so close. And for a moment, you thought that was the second goal for FC Goa, but Citroy Carvalho just inches away. And that's why you see those centre backs are just hounding the box whenever there's a corner for FC Goa, because Citroy Carvalho's header is delicious. Watch this once again. So close, and he knows that. Entire Goan team knows that, the Goan boys. And at 2-0, this game would have had a cushion. Goa would have had a cushion for themselves. Israel Gurung definitely would have wanted that result. He so desperately wants to win today. And now trying to work something. Yoshida offside though. Not happening for the Japanese side so far. They're trying to build something. They're trying to get into the game, but it's because of the defensive resolution from FC Goa. You've seen them top notch. And now this could be a chance for the first and for the equalizer. Now the strike is always rising. It was the substitute Ino Shioto who got the chance onto his right boot. Couldn't finish. Had to finish that, had to go for it. Right idea, but the ball was always raising high. He's disappointed, and he should be disappointed, because from that range, strikers do believe that that's a favorable angle for them, and at least keep it on target, at least test the goalkeeper, right, Leon Remy. And once again, look at the weather that's changed there, this global arena in Fukuoka, Japan, and a tremendous switch to find Kavya Sunil Katkar, who will keep the ball alive. Kavya Sunil Katkar has already got 1 assist. Oh, not on the same wavelength. He was looking to find Bryson Pereira, who's offside. He knew that. He didn't even touch the ball. The assistant still has his frag laced. But Bryson Pereira knew that he's offside, didn't even go for it. Kavya Sunil Katkar, whose judgment usually is so good. I think just 1 or 2 occasions, I mean, I know he's not listening me out here, but Kavya just has to go for the shots. He's got a decent right foot onto him, just trying to curl on the left. When he's cutting in from the left, just curl one. That's what Israel Gurung would probably wanting from his forward. Kavya Sunil Katkar has definitely grown in the game in this second half. 72 minutes on the board now, 18 remaining. 18 minutes for Avispa Fukuoka to find at least 1 goal for themselves, to find the equalizer, because in the 4 halves of football so far, they have found none. 0 goals for the Japanese side, which is definitely daunting for their under 18 youth side. Oh, this is good football, but blocked away by Wellington Fernandez. And now FC Goa can launch the counter. A ball fed in onto the right-hand side. Could it be kept alive? Yes, it is. It's 4-3 right now. Here come FC Goa. Can they find the finishing touch? A shot is straight at the keeper. Bryson Pereira with the first real chance for him since coming on. And once again, Goa have won it. And they've got Bryson Pereira inside. Bryson Pereira! Crawling wide in the end, but Bryson Pereira in the span of 20 seconds has got 2 shots from his right boot. One saved by the keeper, the other agonizingly close from being in the back of the net. After FC Goa does so well after winning the ball, Bryson Pereira from this right-hand side, so close. An inch left or right, that's the goal. And that's the second for FC Goa. But you feel like with the game now entering its last bit of stages, FC Goa have got a definite reason to go and score the second. Avispa Fukuoka players are looking a bit tired now and spaces are opening up. They've got a corner though. Good ball inside the box. Defensive header is top notch. Still will be recovered and recycled. A lot of support for FC Goa in the comments section. And it's good to see Indian fans tuning in number. Oh, this time around, Lil Dalrimi has spilled it, and this could be something. And then the strike is saved. Oh, that's a comedy of errors in that back line for Lil Dalrimi. And then from close range, Kitazano Taikai couldn't score. Look at this. Lil Dalrimi making amends for his mistake, and Kitazono Taikai, he knows that he should have scored. He knows that there was a chance for him to put this ball in the back of the net. Lil Dalrimi, there's a smart, small smirk on his face. You can see there's a small smirk on his face. He knows that he's been saved by a hair's blush. Lil Dalrimi, I won't say that's a smirk. That's a small blush on his face. Been saved by the barest of margin, and his clean sheet is still intact as we head into the hydration break with 15 minutes remaining, and Israel Gurung once again will have some words of wisdom for his young troops. But good to see the comment section. You've Yash Yadav, who feels that this tour is really good for development. Shibu, who's supporting FC Goa alongside Dr. Pandey, all of them in favor of FC Goa. And it's really good to see that these Indian people have tuned in numbers to support their side. The Gors from the coastal regions of Goa coming so far onto this foreign tour to Japan, to the land of the rising sun. And they've got the lead. And on the other game that we are playing, this is Punjab FC versus Giravansh Kita Kyushu. You've got a scoreline favored in the side of the Punjab side, 3-1. The two of them coming in the first half and then one more coming in the second. And they're a really solid side, Punjab. Facing Avispa Fukuoka, they defeated them 5-0. That was a thumping. And earlier in the day, Bengaluru defeating Sagan Tosu 2-0. Oh, it's good to see people appreciating. This is someone who says also good commentary from you, sir. Thank you, guys. You guys are definitely the pillars of Indian football. Without fans, there's no football. Siddharth Zarmakar supporting Kavya Sunil Katkar. Well, this is the hydration break, and we will be taking in some comments from the YouTube section. Definitely, it's good to see people tuning in and dropping their comments. And Israel Gurung has some final words for Bryson Pereira, who's come on from the bench. With that hydration break now coming to the end, 77 minutes on the board. We've got 13 minutes of footballing action remaining, as the Indian standard time is 2:42 right now. And if you look at the Japanese standard time, which is 3 hours and 30 minutes ahead of the Indian standard time, is 6:12 p.m. in the evening. So that is the last bit of natural light that we are getting on this pitch in Global Arena. This would definitely get dimmed out as the clock ticks out. Last 12 minutes remaining in this game. Kaviraj Singh feels like next goal, Kavya Katkar soon. A love from Valpoi. Kavya, the man, definitely Kavya Sunil Katkar was instrumental in that build-up to the first goal after Wellington Fernandez found him deliciously on that left-hand side. And Kavya Sunil Katkar with the depthest of touch, the silkiest of touch, and to find Sean Francis Fernandez and both of those guys combining to get the first goal for FC Goa. But I think they should score one more. The signs are in their favor. They are using the width to their advantage, and they should score one more with all those changes being ringed in. And this is a good ball in. Once again, this is Kavya Sunil Katkar who's found a delicious ball in. Bryson Pereira. That's the third chance that Bryson Pereira has got since he's come on. Has to be a bit more clinical and has to take at least one of his chances before the game ends. But Kavya Sunil Katkar, he is definitely proving to be the pivotal player in the second half for FC Goa on this left-hand side. This is the number 9, the striker now for Avispa Fukuoka, holding the ball really well. Kitazono Taikai, who's gone down. The referee sees nothing wrong. Kavya Sunil Katkar is everywhere. Look at him. Look at him coming back and defending, tracking back. Oh, solid player. And now Yoshidas. This is a good pass on the right. Left foot ball inside is cleared away. It was Nagatomi Hayato trying to just get that ball inside the box. FC Goa, their defensive resolution once again has been top-notch. I can't praise Israel Gurung enough for getting these boys solidly. You know, the way they defend. Look at that 4-4-2 formation up front when they're defending and making life really hard for the Japanese lads out there. And we saw that in the Indian League. We saw that in the Reliance Foundation Development League as well. The under-21 side, they've got a serious knack of preventing goals. Also, this is a side that does not score a lot of goals. Mostly they play on the counter-attack. They do concede the position to the opposition. But since they are so low block and they are so compact in their defensive areas that they choke the opposition out. And then on the counter, there's going to be those kind of moments that we just saw when Wellington Fernandez found Kavya Sunil Katkar. And Kavya just nudging it gently to find Sean Francis Fernandez. A lot of support for Kavya Sunil Katkar from the fans who are tuning in the live comment section on YouTube, and definitely deserve the praises. Has been a top player in the second half. In the first half, didn't see much from him, but in the second half, he's definitely got his groove singing in now. 81 minutes on the board, 9 remaining. Avispa Fukuoka looking for the equalizer. Could be played on the edge of the box, cleared away though. It feels like you've got Kanya Katkar in the comment section. Could be someone related to Kavya Sunil Katkar. That could be a chance as Goa now has stolen the ball. And now they can pounce for the second. Kavya Sunil Katkar still on the ball. Finds one pass to Bryson. Bryson with the step over. Bryson Pereira once again cannot find the target. Kavya Sunil Katkar trying to be the assist provider this time around for Bryson Pereira, who should have found the target. But he's been lively since he's come on, Kavya, on this left-hand side. And so has been Bryson Pereira coming on from the substitution bench, making himself available in those spaces. Now, is there a finish for Bryson Pereira is the big question, because he's got on the edge of the ball 4 times now and in decent areas. He's been good, right? I'm not saying that he's not been good. FC Goa once again winning the ball in dangerous area, and here they come on the counter attack. Now this is Sean Francis Fernandez, the goal scorer. Malsa, Cetro Carvalho for FC Goa. Patient build-up. Konsamakat Singh, who's forward, beats the first man. Oh, look at that sliding interception, giving everything on the line. And now the outlet once again. is Sean Francis Fernandez, who can stretch his legs on the left. Tries finding Brassen Pereira, losing possession. This is one area where in FC Goa have to find their rhythm. Their passing has not been that great. And those quick passes need to stick together. I think they need a bit of more gelling in together. This is the same squad, nearly the same squad that played in the Reliance Foundation Development League. And now this time around, Avispa Fukuoka can hurt Goa. If only that final pass was on cue. Nagatomi Hayato would be disappointed. He would be disappointed. There was that ball forward for Ino Shioto. This is one area where both the teams have been disappointing, to be honest. Those final balls have to stick in. Their football has been good, but those final balls are not sticking in. Headed home towards Leo Daldrimi, who will collect Troy Carvalho. Strong defensive presence in the middle and that centre-back position for FC Goa throughout the campaign back in India and here also in Japan. A bit of tired legs from both the teams. Left foot switch. Delicious. Sean Francis Fernandez 1v1 with his man. But what a ball to find him. And now trying to put inside is not that great. The idea was nice though from Wesley GSA, but the execution could have been better. Changes ringing in from the head coach now for Avispa Fukuoka. He's got a few more boys that he wants to give some game time. In comes Koga Soren. So Kakeru Komatsu, the head coach, making sure that he gives everyone on the bench some playing time. Koga Soren, what has he got in the tank? Can he find an equalizer for his side? Avispa Fukuoka, even though it's a friendly game, no coach wants to probably be on the end of losing terms, and that also twice in a row from a side that's traveled a long way. And Kakeru Komatsu would definitely want things to change. There's the confirmation of the substitution. So it's the midfielder who's been taken off. Nagatomi Hayato, and in comes Koga Soran. Breaking the press, and then the pass forward. This could be a delicious opportunity. This is Ino Shioto. Shioto's left foot ball is headed home. Defensive clearance. This could fall kindly for the strike. Lionel Daldrimi saves the first time, but the second ball goes in the back of the net. And Avispa Fukuoka have equalized. They were probing, they were penetrating, and they have got the goal they wanted. Lionel Daldrimi made the first save, but on the second occasion, he couldn't stop it. And it's the number 9 who's got the goal. Kitazono Taikai from close range would not miss. A bit of error in that defensive area. The first strike was saved by Lionel Daldrimi, but the second one fell straightly into the path of Kitazono Taikai, who would not miss from close range. It's 1-1 now. FC Goa's lead did not last through the 90. Avispa Fukuoka have equalized. The Japanese side are back into the game, and now still got a lot to play. And now those chances will come to hurt and haunt Goa. Brassen Pereira got a few chances, which he probably should have at least converted one. Avispa Fukuoka getting back in the game. Well, this is exactly what the Japanese side would have wanted, and those changes definitely helping the cause. And now they would look to kill the game as well. Through ball is perfectly weighted and could be kept alive. The answer is no, and even if it was kept alive, the assistant had it flag raised. And more changes coming in. Malsa has been taken off, and Asher Rebello comes in. That is just about to happen. Asher Rebello, he's got at least 5 minutes or so, if you include the stoppages, to make his mark in the game. Very little time, but still a lot of time. One goal probably could decide to be the winner from this stage. Goa with all the hard work that they have done in the defensive areas. One ball, probably an error. And Avispa Fukuoka have equalized, and now they can score the second. Chance to kill the game. Somehow it's not in the back of the net, and Goa can breathe lightly. And suddenly, the Japanese side have found a new rhythm in their game. Prasan Pereira evades the defense, and Prasan Pereira does really well though. He's a tricky customer. This is Asher Rebello, who's slotted in on the left-hand side, loses the possession. Avispa Fukuoka on the attack. Another through ball forward. Now is there a finish? Lil Daldrumi punches. Wellington Fernandez takes on the ball. Chaotic finish to this game. And Wellington switches. And now this could be a chance for Goa to lead the counter. Oh, stolen away. Strong defensive work. This will be a foul, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a good work from Mori Takeru to win that foul and to win that free kick. Oh, this is shaping up nicely towards the last few minutes of the game. Kitazono with that goal has definitely given Avispa Fukuoka a new life, and now Kavya Sunil Katkar can run. It was Sean Francis Fernandez, beg your pardon. There's definitely an added rigor now to both the teams. They want to win this. They're not setting for a draw. And now Goa, look at this outlet on the left-hand side. Wellington Fernandez spotted that. Could it be kept alive? Yes, it has. Sheikh Mohammed a smile. I think he should get a throw-in. No, he does not. He does not get a throw-in. But Wellington Fernandez, once again, that's where he's really good at, spotting those free areas. He did spot Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, who was running. More changes ringing in from Israel Gurung, the head coach. Now he's got Shangam Subhash Shetty, who's going to come in, the number 67 for Goa. But is there time for something dramatic now? And how much does the referee allow in stoppages? Shangam Subhash Shetty. He's going to replace Konsa Singh, who's had a decent game so far. Very vital in those defensive areas. Geez, how many times we have seen him with an interception or a header, clearing the ball away when Avispa Fukuoka were putting those crosses in. Sangam Subhash Shetty has got very less time to probably impress. It all depends on the referee's discretion. How much time does he add on? There should be a few. 6 minutes added on. So yes, there's a lot of time now for both the sides. There you go. 6 minutes is what the referee has decided to ring in. And now Avispa Fukuoka will look to that 6-minute time and say that, you know what, we can win this. Left foot ball inside the box. Could be a header. Defensive interception from Citroy Carvalho was top-notch. Oh, it was Asher Rebello. The number 60 you got there first. That was important. This game is on a knife's edge right now. Anyone can take it. This is footballer's finest. Avispa Fukuoka, after getting that equalizer, they are charged and they're trying to find something meaningful for themselves. They've got a corner. And they can contribute from this corner. Go have to make sure that they defend their lines. You don't want to be hurt late in the game. And the captain has got a responsibility to deliver a good ball inside the box. He does deliver, and now the finish. Blocked away, and Kavya Sunil Katkar clears. So close to getting the second and so close to getting the winner, Avispa Fukuoka. Still there's a chance. Still the chance. And now Goa can break. Oh, this is end-to-end stuff. FC Goa now on the counter. It's not kept alive. I think Avispa Fukuoka will get a throw-in. Yes, they do get a throw-in. 3 minutes on the clock. Watch that corner once again. It was blocked on the line by Citroy Carvalho. Well, Goa definitely know a thing about two defending. They are the best team when it comes to defense. And now Avispa Fukuoka, they're throwing everything now. Suddenly it feels like they have gone into gear fifth, playing the game at a moderate tempo, and suddenly after getting that equalizer, there's a new vigor, there's a new life in this Japanese side. And they're trying to put the foot on the pedal. Corner to come. Japanese side looking to get the second, looking to get the winner. If this next goal comes in from the corner, that would definitely be the winner. Cleared away once again. Defensive headers. How many defensive headers have we seen? Citroën Carvalho, Asher Rebel, all of them winning. Wesley DSA, Konsamaka Singh. Those defenders with the defensive headers, the number of defensive headers that they've won in that penalty area has been top notch. Recently, you saw Citroën Carvalho also contributing in the offensive. When FC Goa got a corner, Citroën Carvalho nearly bending his shot from the head into the back of the net, and that was so close. So definitely those defenders have got a thing or two about clearances. And overall, FC Goa have displayed a solid game. It's just that I think I need more from them in their possession-based football. When they are passing, they have to be quick, they have to be precise. This is Wesley now on the ball. Tussle going on. Wesley back onto it. Wesley's first touch is delicious. Kavya Sunil Katka. Now chance for the Japanese side to break. It will be cut by Asher Rebello. Does really well. Good football from Goa. This is what we want to see from them. Kavya Sunil Katka finds Wellington Fernandez now. Wellington is looking for the switch. Wellington still continues fakes. Kavya Sunil Katka goes back to his defense. This is Citroën Carvalho. Carvalho switches. Intercepted though. Just 90 seconds remaining in this game. Is there a final push from either of these sides to go on and win the game? FC Goa versus Avispa Fukuoka has been a timeless classic so far at the Global Arena. Oh, what a ball this is. Now is there a finish coming in? Goa piling up, and Goa could score the winner. Still going on. The danger has been cleared away. Back in the box. This should be a foul and could be a yellow card as well. What is the color? Oh, it's a red. Straight red from the referee, and there's no complaints. Absolutely no complaints whatsoever. Ota Shunto. Oh, that was the challenge worthy of a red card, and Ota Shunto did not even had any debates with the referee, with the Japanese referee. And now this could be the last bit of action in this game. Sangam Shubhashere it was who was on the receiving end from that tackle of Ota Shanto. Prasan Pereira is standing over this free kick. Shanto's got the red card. There's the confirmation. Look at those boys pushing forward. Asher Rebello, Citroën Carvalho, Wellington Fernandez. And there's Sean Francis Fernandez as well. All of them, the tall lads who go up, pushing it forward. This is a last attack, I feel. This is the last bit of a progressive action that we will see from FC Goa. Already the 6 minutes are up into the 7th minute of the stoppage time now. Well, to win the game, FC Goa with a set piece, which could be the last, is towards the far post, kept alive, and then cleared away. It will fall to Sheikh Mohammad Ismail, whose header is not the greatest. Still a chance, still a chance. Now maybe a shot. Oh, close. But close is not enough. And that brings the end to this epic encounter at Global Arena. Kavya Sunil Katka, his last shot was off target, and that brings the game to a exciting closure here in Japan. What a game we have witnessed. After FC Goa took the lead first, Avispa Fukuoka equalized towards the dying minutes of the game, and the last chance fell to Kavya Sunil Katka, who was the assist provider for this man, Sean Francis Fernandez, who scored the first goal for FC Goa in this Japan tour. Well, they would be disappointed, FC Goa. They got the goal, but then they conceded full time. FC Goa won. Avispa Fukuoka won. Good performance from both the sides. They know that there's a room for improvement, but both the sides, after conceding defeat in the previous game, Goa losing Sagan Tosu under 18, Avispa Fukuoka losing to Punjab. Coming into this match, they were cautious. Credits to the Japanese side. They conceded 5 against Punjab, only 1 against Goa, so they had the defensive resolution. Israel Gurung would be a happy man today. His tactics have definitely made a change, and the way FC Goa responded, that showed that this team can learn, that this team can adapt, and they can play with the very best. Lionel Daldrimi once again in goal was pivotal, but towards the end, I wouldn't say that's an error, but the ball slipped away from him, and on the rebound, the Japanese striker, he did not miss. Kitazono Taikai equalized. And that's how the game ended 1-1 after Sean Francis Fernandez opened the scoring for FC Goa in the second half. Perfect ball from Wellington Fernandez to find Kavya Sunil Katkar, who on the first touch, or the silkiest of the first touch, found Sean Francis Fernandez, and Sean Francis Fernandez put the ball home in the back of the net. Israel Kurung definitely having a word with those Goan boys. He knows that the performance is still not where he wants to be. He knows that there's a lot of room for improvement, but he also knows that he can be proud of these boys today. The performance that they've given in Japan, in Fukuoka against Avispa, has been good, and there's plenty of positives for them to learn. For the team in white, Avispa Fukuoka, there's a lot of learning for them as well. And now we will head into penalties, and that's the beauty of playing friendlies. So Wellington Fernandez alongside the captain for Avispa, that's Matsura Takumu. The 2 coin tosses, first of all, to decide which side, and second of all, to see who shoots first. And probably this is the best ever outcome for a neutral, right? I mean, you would want this game to go into penalties. You would want to watch a shootout. It's obviously good for the neutrals. Everyone loves a shootout. And we are going into a penalty shootout at Global Arena. Well, do not go anywhere, the people who are tuning in the comment section and on the live, because we are going into penalties. That's what friendlies bring to you on the Japan Tour, brought to you by the Reliance Foundation Development League. FC Goa getting their first goal after 4 halves of football, and so do Avispa Fukuoka. But still, we have to find a winner, and we will go into penalties. FC Goa know a thing or two about penalties, don't they? It's going to be really interesting to see who does Israel Gurung picks up as his 5 takers, the 5 initial takers. You expect Wellington to be there, that's for sure. Brassen Pereira, Kavya Sunil Katkar, Sean Francis Fernandez. You expect those boys to be there. And get to see some Japanese support coming in as well. If anyone can read the Japanese lines, there you go. I would probably need the translators, but it's good to see that people from both the countries coming together and uniting together. And already we have talked about it, right? I mean, Japan and India share a very healthy relationship. The football has become an exciting bridge between the two nations. And now for the first penalty, it's the number 14 who steps up. Wada Shinsuke. Against Lionel Daldrimi, who's been top-notch in this game, but in penalties it could be really random. Wada Shinsuke, right-footed player, probably did not do much in the game. Now with the first penalty, scores with perfection. Goes to the right of Lionel Daldrimi, and he's happy. Why not? That was hit with certainty. You can see already there's a smile on his face. He's happy to convert the first spot kick. Wada Shinsuke. Advantage to Avispa Fukuoka. Now for Goa. This is Wesley, the centre-back, against Matsumoto Sakuya. Short runner for Wesley. And Wesley converts in the exact same position where his counterpart scored. Wesley goes right to the keeper and puts it in the back of the net. He's a happy man, and so are the FC Goa lads. They know that restoring parity is very important after Avispa took the lead courtesy of their first penalty. There's always going to be that pressure because Avispa Fukuoka scoring first. Now comes the captain Matsura Takumu. The previous penalty was on the right of Leonel Dalrumi. Where's this one going? Matsura Takumu, the captain, he's got a job on his hand now. Rumi is a really good goalkeeper. And you see this right now, but still, it stings the palms of Leonel Dalrumi. It goes in the back of the net. The captain is happy. Matsura Takumu converting his penalty. Leonel Dalrumi, to his credit, guessed the right direction. Got a hand onto it, but could not keep that from going in the back of the net. 2-1 now to the Japanese side. Wellington Fernandez now steps up for Goa. Wellington Fernandez started this game, was on the bench for the previous one. He's got a really good right foot onto him. And he shows why. Wellington sends the keeper the wrong way, slots it home, calmly, gently, low-driven penalty to the right of the keeper. 2-2 now. He's not going to miss Wellington Fernandez. He's a top talent. He does not miss penalties from that close range. Well, Leonel Dalrumi did predict the right direction of the previous penalty. It was towards his right. Now, what does he decide? Is he going left? Is he going right? Third one for Avispa Fukuoka. And they can go back in the lead. This is the defender, Kaioto. Oh, his penalty. Oh, once again. After Leonel Dalrumi made the save, it somehow creeps in the back of the net. A bit of sheepish glance and a sheepish smile in the face of Masuda Kaito because he knows that was a penalty which was read by his opponent keeper, Leonel Dalrumi, who would be disappointed after guessing the right way twice. He couldn't save the penalties. It's harsh on the keepers, isn't it? Cetro Cavallo now for FC Goa and to restore parity. The centre back against Matsumoto Tsukuya. Carvalho, composure, ice cold finish from Citro Carvalho makes the keeper go the wrong way. Carvalho goes central and now has to have a word with Leonel Dalrumi. He's probably saying, "You're the man, Remy. You've saved two, but both of them are still going in the back of the net, but you still saved two." He'll take confidence from that, Leonel Dalrumi, definitely. And now it's Takenobu Ichi, the midfielder who's played the entire 90 minutes. Takenobu against Leonel Dalrumi, who's guessed the right direction the last two times, but unable to save this time around. So calm, so composed from Takenobu Ichi. Was there ever any doubt? The left footer to his right and to the left of the keeper, Leonel Dalrumi. Advantage of Avispa Fukuoka once again as Asher Rebello, the substitute who came on very late towards the dying moments of the game. And usually we have seen substitutes miss their penalty. I've seen that story happening. Asher Rebello, he can change that story. A very long run-up from Rebello. Asher Rebello scores. Well, he was composed. Came on as a substitute, but definitely his body is warmed up and his mind is fresh. It makes the keeper go the wrong way. Low and driven penalties are always better from, the prospect of blasting one penalty. If you compare that to someone who's just timing his pens in the corner, that's always good. And now in steps Mori Takeru. The number 18, Mori Takeru, came on from the bench. Oh, that's powerful. He didn't even think twice. That's when they have a pure power in the corner. In the bottom left corner, and now it's Sheikh Mohammed Ismail. So Avispa Fukuoka have scored their 5. FC Goa have scored their 4. If Sheikh Mohammed Ismail misses, Avispa Fukuoka will take the game. So it's a big penalty to keep the game alive. It's advantage to Avispa right now. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail has got a decent foot onto him. He can score from both, but I'm sure he's going to use his right. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail's penalty is saved. And Avispa Fukuoka take this game in the penalties and win. Their goalkeeper turns out to be the hero, Matsumoto Sakuya, who saved the last penalty. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, he would be disappointed. But what a game of football. What a game of football has come to an end at the global arena in Japan. At full time, it was 1-1 after Sean Francis Fernandez gave the lead for FC Goa. Kita Zuno Taika equalized for Avispa Fukuoka, and then the penalties. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail missing his, which led to Avispa Fukuoka winning this and winning their first game of the RFDL Japan Tour. FC Goa will still have to wait to find their first victory. Their campaign will continue on July 20th, but before we sign off, there's a bit of pictures that will be remembered for ages, and that traditional bowing of heads, paying respect to each other, and the handshakes. That's the Japanese culture we are talking about. That's so good to see. That is one of the best ever. And you look at the schedule right now. What's next for these sides? Bengaluru FC are going to face Avispa Fukuoka under 18 on July 20th, and FC Goa will face Giravansh Kitakyushu. Punjab FC facing FC Berlin Shimonoseki. That's the schedule on the July 20th. That's 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time and 5 p.m. at Japanese Standard Time. Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, there's not a lot that he should be ashamed of because he's a really top player. He did miss his penalty, but remember, it's a friendly competition. And of course, he would be pissed off a bit. He would be disappointed, Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, but he's a top player. And he should be making sure that when the season comes in, the next season of the Reliance Foundation Development League, he's top class, he's top notch, and he comes back roaring. And that's it for the live stream over here at the Global Arena. It was an exciting game of football that has come to an end. My name is Kumar Satyam. Once again, it's been really, really good being with you all guys who've been tuning in the comment section, who've been dropping in their comments. Just one thing to each and everyone watching in from India and the fans of Indian football. Support the team. Support Indian football. Stay true to your teams. Do not go ahead and do not engage in banters. Do not try and bring down other teams to promote your team. Be equal, be united, because Indian football right now cannot have divisions. You can be fans of Goa, you can be fans of Punjab and Bengaluru and Minerva and Bohan Bagan and East Bengal, but eventually you're fans of Indian football. That's the only appeal that I would want to make on this global platform to each and everyone who's tuned in. Thank you for being with us in this Japan tour. Reliance Foundation Development League keeps on growing, keeps on improving, and definitely this Japan tour will continue on July the 20th. See you there. Kumar Satyam signing off. Well, that has been the story of the second half so far. There were some decent balls inside the box. Kavya Sunil Khatkar was a major threat for FC Goa in the second half. He suddenly found a different groove and he was involved from this left-hand side in a lot of attacks. And it was Kavya Sunil Khatkar who eventually got that important assist. You saw Avispa Fukuoka as well. They were trying to test Lionel Daldrumi from distance, but that young man, that Goan goalkeeper, he wouldn't be beaten from that range. It would need something spectacular to beat him. But still, Avispa Fukuoka, they kept on coming. This was a golden chance. It sailed over, but the defense was not so great this time around. Wesley and Citroën Carvalho just backing off and giving Kitazono all the space he needs to shoot. Wellington Fernandez was handy, so was Sheikh Mohammed Ismail in this second half. He did miss his penalty later on, but Sheikh Mohammed Ismail is a true outlet playing on that fullback position. Avispa Fukuoka were trying to come back. Kitazono definitely in this second half got a lot of chances to his name. Eventually, in the end, he did score the equalizer. But those changes from the head coach definitely did work in the favor of Avispa Fukuoka. Yoshida made his mark in the game. A lot of chances, I believe, for FC Goa, which could have been taken. This was Malsa who locked and loaded a left foot shot. It was close. You also saw Bryson Pereira just so close from his right foot to get the second goal, but this was the first goal that we were talking about. Kavya Sunil Katka with the depth as the first touch, and then from close range, Sean Francis Fernandez. He still had a lot to do, but you expect him to finish, and it was a muted celebration, just a calm hug. He needed that, and then a few changes being ringed in by the head coach's Royal Groom. Bryson Pereira came into the game, and Bryson Pereira did had a few decent chances. Wellington Fernandez put this ball inside the box towards the far post, wherein Citroën Carvalho was hanging. And this was once again a good chance for Sean Francis Fernandez, but it was cleared away by Kaido, who was probably the best player in the defense for Avispa Fukuoka. FC Goa's attack kept on coming. They were relentless, and for a moment or so, you thought they would get the second goal, and that second would have killed the game, but they were unable to find that second. They were close. Citroën Carvalho was getting closer. This was his left foot shot, but moments later, he got a header from this corner, which was just drifting wide. Citroën Carvalho definitely showing that as a centre back, he's got all the right capacity and right quality to play in the senior side for FC Goa. Just not able to put his header on target, and then this was a chance which once again fell onto the right foot of the number 36, Iono Shioto. He could not put that in the net. This was a time where he thought Avispa Fukuoka are getting back in the game. But then FC Goa, they got chances of their very own. They should have probably found the back of the net. Bryson Pereira was influential, and this was Bryson Pereira's attempt. It was weak and timid, straight at the keeper. I would have expected more from Pereira, but then he once again got a chance, which he probably nearly put in the back of the net. This was Bryson Pereira, was found cheekily. Bryson's first touch was good. His shot was decent. It was off target, but just narrowly inching closer after Konsamakar Singh found him. And this is a bit of error from Lionel Daldrumi. You don't see him making those kind of errors, but his blushes were saved on this occasion as Kitazono missed the target from close range. But later on, Kitazono definitely went on to score the goal. This was the moment wherein Avispa Fukuoka got the goal. And the clearance fell kindly in the path of the attacker. And then Remy made the first save. And much has been the same story for him. He did make two penalty saves, but the ball still ended in the back of the net. And this was also a save that he made after Yoshida took the shot, but Kitazono converted. Avispa Fukuoka then also still kept on coming and so nearly found the winning goal. Lionel Daldrumi made a crucial interruption. FC Goa, for a moment or so, they felt that they could have taken the lead for themselves, but it was the dying moments of the game. Avispa Fukuoka started putting on the pressure. This was a vital block from Citroën Carvalho, and then the last bit of chances. This was the red card. A tackle which was immediately sanctioned by the referee. He was penalized, number 24, and there was no debate whatsoever from him. Ota Shanto been giving that red card. His day was done, his afternoon was done, and then the last chance of the game fell into the assist maker, Kavya Sunil Katka, who from the right hand side fired it wide. And then the referee blew his whistle for full time. We went into penalties. Avispa Fukuoka in the penalties, converting all of their pens. I would say it was a bit unlucky for Lionel Daldrumi, who made two saves. He guessed the right direction, but never ever could keep the ball from preventing in the back of the net, and he was unlucky in that occasion. And towards the end, this was the first save that Lionel Dalrymple made. I wouldn't say a save, he got a hand onto it, nearly made the save. The shot was blasted, good power. Wellington Fernandez did well from his penalty. He's been a healthy inclusion in this lineup. Was not playing in the previous game against Sagan Tosu. This was probably the penalty that we are talking about. Even the Avispa Fukuoka player, which is Masuda Kaito, knew that it could have been saved. Cetra Carvalho then converted his pen, went on to have some words of wisdom with his goalkeeper. Lionel Dalrymple was good in the goals. He did get two important palms on the ball, but couldn't keep anyone from going in the back of the net. And towards the end, it all came down to one man, which was Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, who missed his penalty after Mori Takeru gave his team the advantage after scoring the fifth penalty, and Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, he missed his spot, or should you say, the goalkeeper Matsumoto Sakuya guessed right and saved the penalty. And that's what this game has come down to. That's the summary. And of course, definite learning curve for both the sides. Has a match summary: FC Goa 40% possession, 15 chances, 7 shots on target, 13 tackles. Look at that. They gave everything in their defensive area. Avispa Fukuoka 60% possession, 17 chances, 11 shots on target, just managing one goal. That was Kitazono who scored the equalizer. Well, that's it for this stream right now from Global Arena in Japan, Fukuoka. My name is Kumar Satyam. I'm signing off. To all the Indian fans out there, support Indian football. Stay united, because Indian football right now needs you and needs your support. See you tomorrow. See you on the 20th of July, if I can correct myself. Kumar Satyam signing off.